Hi, this is Adam. This is another Eye on North Carolina blog. We're here in Raleigh, North Carolina at Serena Society. I'm really excited to be at this restaurant. I'm with Giuseppe Cataldo, who's going to tell us more about the restaurant and all the great food that you have to offer right here. It's a pleasure.
Pleasure. Thank you for coming to my house. Thank you for spending some time with me.
Definitely.
And we've got this menu here, right?
Right.
So we've talked a little bit before.
Yep.
And I figure we'll just take it right off the top and have some fun.
Sounds good.
Okay. So I grew up in this business with my family, and my parents were Sicilian immigrants. And the best opportunity that America could offer them was hard work. And you know, my mother had a penchant for cooking. You know, coming from Sicily, there wasn't that much processed food. You grew your own food, you made it, you ate it, and that carried on for me in my childhood and growing up. It was just something that was very natural for us to do. And my father, when he came here, you know, the first job he'd get was dishwashing. He was unskilled, but with time he learned how to, you know, do different things within the restaurant, and he became a pizza maker, and he had a natural penchant for learning new things, and he had that drive. And it led to, you know, 40 years of being in business in Endicott, New York, with my family's restaurant. Started at Tony's Pizza and now Tony's Italian Grill. My uncle came over, and he also has his own restaurant, and it's been a family affair. And you know, it's really nice because we weren't the only ones. There were a lot of other people from our hometown in Sicily that also came to America and just worked really hard and found a modicum of success for their families and for themselves by working hard and by serving this food. And what I found was, I would go to the restaurants and see the same thing over and over again.
Right.
Chicken parm, franchise, blah, blah, blah. And it just kind of got boring where everybody was just stamping these same menus and selling the same products. And I, after college, I thought it would be great to become an actor, and to pay the rent in New York City, I did the thing I knew best, which was work at restaurants. And by accident, I got an amazing education in the New York City restaurant industry, and I worked for amazing people. You know, I got to work with Mario Batali's group at Esca with Chef Pasternak. I got to work with Scott Conant at L'impero before Scott became a TV fixture on Chopped as a judge. And I worked with the Cipriani family. We opened up a restaurant in Grand Central Station, and the whole time I was working just trying to pay rent, I realized that innately I was just learning new things.
Right.
And before you knew it, I didn't want to be an actor anymore. I wanted to be a restaurateur.
Right. And your passion really came out. I mean, that's when it really was.
It was something amazing. I ended up working for a restaurant called Jimmy's Downtown in Manhattan. And there, it was just amazing because I went from, you know, working and just trying to pay rent to all of a sudden loving what I was doing and meeting amazing people that have done amazing things. Bill Clinton, Martha Stewart, Johnny Cochran, Mayor Bloomberg. I mean, the list just goes on and on and on. You know, and it was amazing to meet these people and to see how human they were, and to know that, you know, if I worked hard, that I could, you know, accomplish something too. And that's. So IBM was its birthplace is Endicott, New York, and my father's restaurants were there. Right. So then IBM transferred everybody to Research Triangle Park. And for years we heard about, you know, there's no good Italian and there's no good Italian. Come down and open up an Italian place. And my father said, I'm good here, but you know, me being young and still being mobile, I finally got a chance to move here after checking it out, and I fell in love with the area, and I can't express how good the Raleigh, Durham, Chapel Hill area has been to me. How lucky I've been to just be able to grow up here and to be able to have a business here, and hopefully in the future to have a family here. And it's been an absolute honor. So.
Some of the challenges you had working in New York City compared to some of the challenges you had down here.
New York City is turn and burn. It's beautiful, and it's beautifully exhausting. You know, the 1, 2, 3, the ACE, the 7 train. the hours working till 2 in the morning and then trying to catch the train and it just left and you have to wait a half an hour, sometimes 45 minutes for another train. And by the time you get home and then you're getting up again for work again, and every penny you make is spent on just living there, and you learn so much. But it's a tough city. It's a tough city to live in. Raleigh, Durham, I have to say that it's amazing because I was able to tune my frequency down a little. I was able to relax, and within that relaxation of just taking time to do things right. I really was able to mature and grow up a lot and become the person I always knew I could become. And
that's great.
Yeah, it's been amazing.
Nice.
It's been amazing. Italian-American specialties that everybody does, but I try to do them right. And it comes down to buying the right produce, buying the right chicken that's not rubber, that's not old. You got young, tender chickens. All these little choices make up to such a big difference. And it really is. It's in the details. And I love pasta, I love sauté. And sauté is really hard to do. You have to really sit there and work, and sometimes when it's busy, you'll have 20 different sauté dishes you're working at once, and you have to make sure that it's not too dry, it's not too wet, it didn't get burned, this and that and the other. And that ingredients have to be added at a certain point of time. You can't just throw everything together and think it's going to work. I've got my base pastas here. I love them, they're really good, but you get to have a little bit of fun. You want to put some proteins on there, you want to put some vegetables on there, you want to have some cheese choices. And what I love is that I really give you simplicity in ordering, because there's a wide range of things. I have something for everybody, but you can modify it any way you want. And there's no rules here. There isn't, people won't frown at you if you ask for salt. It's just, this is a real restaurant, and we're here to serve people, take care of people. And I realized I love rigatoni, and I love spaghetti. And I think if I love them, I think a lot of other people do too. Now, there are great pastas out there. I love bucatini. There's so many different pastas. We can talk all day about how many. But I decided to do one homemade pasta, which is a Neapolitan style, a Sicilian style, a Southern Italian style gnocchi made with ricotta, not with potato. It's a firmer bite, and it's really, really tasty. Something that I wanted to do was I wanted to bring something to the market that was not just your average Italian restaurant. That I got to share with you food that I ate at Thanksgiving, at Christmas, at family holidays, things that take a long time to prep, but they're celebratory foods. And the only time I got to have them was when we were having a family event. And I said, my God, what if I sold these at the restaurant? My father would say, it's too much work. I said, no, it's not. I'll figure out how to do it. And I did. And you've got to come and try arancini, and well, the list just goes on and on. But there were a few people in my life that had a really big influence in my development and the way I see the world, and helped me find myself, helped me define who I wanted to be. And his name is William Esper, and he has a school in New York City. It's one of the top 25 schools in the world for acting training. It's a William Esper studio. And he's somebody that I hold very, very dear in my heart. And I don't know if I wish I could do more, but I had to name one of my favorite dishes after him. This is a Esper pizza. So what we have is our fresh plum tomato sauce, mozzarella, fresh ricotta, homemade meatballs that have been sliced with some Jerusalem basil, and it's finished with white truffle oil. So this right here is it's a joy to me, because every time somebody orders it, I hear Esper Pizza, and I just think about an amazing man in my life who helped me become the person I wanted to become. So cheers. So, one of my favorite wineries on the planet is actually in Sicily. It's called Planeta, and they sent me a nice, I don't know if you would call it a picture, I guess a picture, and it fell and broke on me, but I did my best to try to keep it together. But it shows the different soils that all the production areas, wine growing area regions in Sicily are, and it's just amazing the diversity of sand and dirt and blah 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 to make blah 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 tasty grape juice turned into wine. So Planeta, and we can talk big about wine, and I love good wine at a fair price. That's high quality. Wine sometimes can be really, really, people make it too complicated, they make it too hard, and it's not complicated. Taste it. Do you like it? Drink it. And that's it. And price is not indicative of quality. You're the indicative. You choose the quality. If you like it, then that's it. It's that simple. I highly recommend Planeta wines.
Okay.
Oh, it has like a...
So, you had some dessert, and I know that everybody that we fed tonight...
Oh, we loved it.
You're not feeling too good. You're really, I understand. I've got a couple cots in the back. You're going to lay down, rest, digest before you leave. We don't want you to get arrested for a food coma. That's, you could actually get a DUI for a food coma. But thank you for coming.
Thank you.
This has been a very challenging road. I didn't know that I was going to be this lucky to have 3 restaurants and to be able to be in one of the best cities in America. You know, I have a baby on the way. We're at 10 weeks, and it just seems like all the hard work that we've put in is paying off. And I just wanted to thank everybody in the area for everybody's support. You know, 7 years ago I moved here. 6 years ago, I had a wonderful man who had a restaurant for sale who didn't want it, and I didn't have any money, and he sold it to me for $1. My dad, very successfully, says, figure it out on your own. I did it by myself, you can do it by yourself. And with a $1 bill, I was able to work hard, triple the business in Research Triangle Park at the Serena Sicilian Influence Gastropub, and then the opportunity showed up on Creedmoor Road, and it hurt really bad. It was a lot of work. Sometimes it just felt like, I don't know if it's worth it. This hurts so bad. And am I going to make it? Are we going to just... You feel like sometimes it's just so much. It's too much to handle. And then you get up in the morning and you do it all over again. And you just keep on putting one foot in front of the other. And it's, you know, now I'm at a point now where I'm actually being creative and having fun, and it's fantastic. And I just wanted to thank everybody that's watching this that has come to Serena. And if you haven't been, when you do come, I look forward to meeting you and thanking you for coming by. And I hope you enjoy it. Thank you very, very much, and we'll see you soon. I'm Giuseppe Cataldo, and have a good night.